Welcome to the Whiskey Brothers podcast, everybody. Hello, episode 793. Hellos to everybody watching us on video, as well as those of you who have got this thing stuck in your ears now. That's Roxy Hayes waving at the camera. Oh, we got a new face. Roxy, you have not been on the show before.
No.
We endeavor to be. We try to bring some women on.
It's National Women's Day.
On National Women's Day. International Women's Day.
Yeah.
We try to be diverse. And we raise a
Is that
glass.
for everybody?
I put a black dude on here. Shut your mouth. This is
No.
no, that's so not why you're here. You're here because you're fucking fun.
Yay.
Cheers to Roxy Hayes.
everybody.
Oh, we're already hitting it.
Cheers
already
to you
hitting
guys.
it.
It's a bottle. We got a bottle of Jameson. Which one is this? The
This is the Irish.
Oh, yeah, don't shoot it if you're not.
Caskmate.
Oh my
This-
god.
the Castmates with the
Oh,
stout
this is-
edition.
Oh God, this is the stout one.
Oh, it's the good
fuck,
stuff.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's not stout. It's just
Yeah.
aged in a stout cask,
Yeah,
Rob.
yeah. I got it. but
Don't
it's
take it
still-
too seriously.
Oh, God,
Okay.
I'm so
Y'all
sick of this.
Shouts, watch, yeah. Shouts out to Anna
Yeah.
in Dallas for the
You'll
for the
like
bottle.
It.
It ain't-
It tastes like it does, coffee. Okay.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a
No,
stout.
it tastes like
yeah, you don't
whiskey.
like it at all. That,
Tastes good.
It burns. I'll put something. We'll put that right there.
yeah.
Put you over there
Save
with
it for
Trey.
later.
Just-
That's fine.
Trey, before that, I want to talk to you so much, but
What
before the
happened,
show
man?
started,
Before it started,
you go, hey man, why ain't there just planes for babies?
Wait, what?
there should be just planes for babies because everybody complains
That
about
is- yeah.
babies
Yeah.
being on planes.
Uh-huh.
So
Put 'em in like a
how-
little box, like they
Yeah,
do with the
I'm
dogs.
just saying they could put milk in powder, and that's what children survive on. You can't build a plane just for them.
Oh, I
No.
thought you were saying let's powder babies and then just add some water to them when they get to Cincinnati.
No, I don't believe in that teleporting shit. But isn't that what teleporting is? Like just putting particles from one spot to the next, and
Yeah.
then you said, "Oh, they kind of did that," and I was like, "There should be more of a
We'll,
solid."
we'll table
example.
that for a minute.
Yeah,
Wait.
let's-
Should be more of
Go
a
back to
solid
the
example.
babies. Go back
With
to
just
the babies.
all babies on the plane by themselves?
It should be 250
I like
car
this.
seats.
I like this.
You
You can put 500 babies.
Yeah,
on
whatever,
a
because
plane.
they're small.
But now,
Yeah.
hang on.
They
Who's,
could be a first class.
Who's
Yeah.
gonna watch the babies?
right, who's
You
in
get
charge
The
of
flight attendants.
Yeah,
Hello,
flight attendants.
Flight attendants ain't nothing
And
but.
they ain't got to
but
do shit now because there's no drinks or food service.
it's
This is-
no different than a daycare.
This is
No,
brilliant.
No.
This
is-
motherfucker.
this is
This is
Sky
No.
of all
daycare.
the shit he has given us in this show.
Rob,
This is fucking brilliant.
Rob,
That's
it
like
ta- it-
setting up for human trafficking. Like,
Yes!
yeah, right?
That's
Like, you're
exactly
like,
what
yeah,
it is. We
that's
are
all it could
trafficking
be.
humans.
and it's 500 babies. That's
You
so
gonna be
easy.
an air trafficking controller?
my God,
A
I
human
love
trafficking
this.
controller?
And you can go to like 10 cities.
No.
You know, just fly around taking these babies.
Y'all need to go to jail.
Look, I'm saying start domestically. That you're bringing up
Oh
the
my
sex
God, you
trafficking
can
thing.
start
yeah,
like
that's, yeah.
But that sounds like an international problem.
No.
As far as through flight,
Trey, your plan right
You
now.
put-
I feel like if you ran your
You s-
plan through a focus group, by the time you got to an end, you guys would be like, let's just stick them in railroad cars.
no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying once you slap Delta on it,
They can stay
Yeah.
at the port for like 3 days without.
Now,
No.
granted, you'll have to have a separate one for the Jewish kids.
oh, that's hilarious.
So,
my
all right. So,
God.
but as a parent, you just
Yeah.
relinquish your child at
They
the.
do it all the time.
Bro.
They put kids on planes all the time.
I have
Kids.
But they're not
said this,
babies.
bro.
But these babies will have a fucking
Bro, they're
they'll
soft
have
and
a-
floppy.
Yeah.
Bro.
No, they'll be in a little container. They will have a fucking barcode.
Rob.
Do y'all have kids?
No,
No.
but
God.
No, that's why we should be allowed to do this.
exactly.
We are reasonable people.
See,
we
I
haven't
mean-
lost our minds
I-
because we have kids.
I come from a more humane place where I think,
This is beautiful,
Rob,
Trey.
hang on. I think babies are fine on planes.
Oh, Jesus.
Hang on. As long as I don't just have to swallow the negatives. Everybody wants me on a plane to only deal with the crying part and the screaming part and the ear popping, shitty diaper changing part.
Yeah.
If you let me hug the kid, like if I could just walk around and hug a stranger's baby,
No.
Now it's weird.
But
now
hold on,
you
hold
made
on.
it weird.
Don't do
I'm
that.
just.
Don't try that no shit, because I have not seen anybody stop a politician from kissing their fucking baby.
I would.
So you would just let them fly in the sky. They in safe hands.
No.
Less shit happens in the sky than you think.
Nothing.
of this.
Nothing.
Damn near nothing.
They can be in a sealed container.
Like that.
There'll be holes in it.
You're gonna,
That's been
Depending
very.
on how long the
you're gonna
flight is.
vacuum seal a baby?
No, it's a sealed container.
They're gonna leave your head out.
Oh my
You
god.
You leave the head out.
I'm
You
so
ain't
glad
on that
I
shit.
didn't
Oh,
know.
like
I
you-
almost brought my child. This is fucking terrible.
So
Fuck me.
you're a mother.
Yes.
How old is your kid?
She's 11.
11. All right. When she was
She's a
can't
fucking
fly.
adult. She's a black 11.
I would never let
That's
any,
23,
I wouldn't let you hug my baby when she was a baby. I wouldn't let you hug her now.
I'm
This
just
is
well, yeah,
gross.
it would be weird
Fair
at
enough.
11, but like the
It's
good
weird.
the good parts of babies are like you get I
The
got to hold the
cuddling
baby.
and the kiss and
It
the
was
snuggles
sleeping
and
on my
shit.
shoulder.
Yeah.
That part. If I got those parts, I'd deal with your
But I
bullshit.
wouldn't let a stranger do that.
Then
I
why do I
never-
have to
Yeah.
tolerate the crying?
You
Like,
don't. Just
Okay,
move.
so Roxy,
Put headphones on.
somebody's with your kid now,
Yes.
and you'll
She's
be
a
here for a
nanny.
couple hours, right?
Yeah, it's a nanny.
Same as flying.
No, it's not.
It's
Yeah.
the fucking same.
But okay,
It's a break.
Here's the difference.
And now
it's
you're
a
playing- and now
nanny
you're-
that knows my child, and I know them, and I've done a background. Not a random ass bitch on a flight with other random ass babies.
They can be nanny approved.
Nope. I'm good.
That could be a part of the
And then
resume.
it's 200 babies. You know how hard it is to
200,
watch 200 to 500
oh
babies?
my
It's
God, you know how hard
daycare.
it is to watch two?
Yes. It's not
Babies?
daycares
You
have
can't take
30
her
to
out.
50
You,
people.
you don't realize they're going to be in containers. There's
Yeah.
not a- there's
Y'all need to
not-
go to
No, wait a
jail.
second.
You're gonna stuff the babies in
Now, hang on, there's something to be
It's
said here.
so
If you can get
reasonable.
if you can get like a 6-pack where you can just carry them. Well, I mean like a
I don't know where you went with the 6-pack shit.
no. I just mean like if you
Just hold it
Motherfucker
compartmentalize.
lost me with the 6-pack.
if
This
you-
kinda
Yeah, he wants to
You
hold
need
up.
to put them in bins.
fucking Bud Light babies in this bitch. Just
if you compartmentalize them so you didn't like it, where every baby was like 6 babies.
Why are
and
you
then,
holding the babies?
because there's a
Oh,
handle.
God.
There's a handle.
it is a
There's
thing. You do look. We do gotta store these motherfuckers. There is a
Just
storage
put them in
thing.
seats.
You
Like,
can't. I said 400 car seats. You put them in
Right.
there,
Yeah.
dude.
Who's gonna change all
there's
the
babies
diapers?
in worse conditions.
Here's
There's
the
so
thing.
much shit.
Here's the thing.
Attendants.
So you have to hire like 20 attendants.
No, only like 5 if you have
Ugh.
them in 6-packs because then you
Exactly.
just dip the babies in a pool and shake them all off, and now those 6 are clean.
Yes.
Y'all need to be
I'm talking
sterilized.
a
I hope y'all never have
assembly
children.
line.
This is terrible.
I'm talking about
And then-
Ford principles applied
And the first
to
class babies get the best attention.
so the white babies.
They're getting
So the white babies. This is
the affluent babies.
No.
and the
Not
football
white
player, the
babies.
football player babies.
Yeah.
okay. So
Yeah,
the black
not
babies.
all white.
Okay.
You
Not
know,
a race issue, a class issue.
Jay-Z and Beyonce's kid will be up there.
Oh
Come on.
yeah.
Yeah.
And whatever that apple that Gwyneth had,
Yeah.
all of them in the
Yes.
fucking front.
Business Select, all of that. You can have all of that
Select.
This is
for
the
babies on their own plane.
Not a fan.
And it'd be a peaceful flight for you.
Okay.
You can come with a monitor.
I'm still gonna say
You pay
no.
the extra $12 to look like
Yeah,
there's
you can
my
have a
baby.
fucking,
Still
yeah,
gonna
you have
say
a
no.
fucking camera on every
You
one
got
of
a
them,
camera?
so you know nothing goes
It's
wrong.
so much money for this that's not needed when
But
the babies.
No.
can
The
do
This
it.
is a
amount, but
very-
hear me out. The amount of money that other regular people will pay to not be on a baby flight
Guaranteed.
will pay
If
for
you
all
put-
of
Or
this.
If
it
you
could
put
just
a
be
one-
a soundproof section of the plane for
Yeah.
the babies. in
Okay,
the back.
okay, I'm in. I'm in.
That's
Are we
even better.
building compartments? You
Y'all
better
was gonna put a baby in a fucking bin
A whole
and
other
create a
plane.
6-pack of babies. That's so much more money
No,
than just
what
building
you do
another
is-
section of the plane
No,
or just
you-
siphoning it off.
She's
you
100%
just
right.
convert Spirit Airline
That's the worst
into
one.
baby. That's
no.
an awesome
They're
flight
babies.
selection.
They don't care.
But no.
That's an
They
awesome
don't
selection.
I'm not. I don't want to fly Spirit. I'm not gonna put a
Non-stop,
baby.
non-baby.
Nope.
That's your
I-
selection.
I gotta
'Cause-
find this
and it
picture.
works because they don't have carry-ons.
Mm-mm.
They
Oh,
don't. I
They-
mean,
they're
Very
diaper
true.
they're basically just carry-ons.
It's a check bag.
Yeah.
They already got diaper bags on there. That's really what
Y'all
you're
gonna
getting.
kill 500 babies because you don't
No,
want to fly
just
with
in
a
the
baby.
we're at like 250 max, and that's
He
just in
said
the,
500.
that's just
Roxy.
in the trials. We're,
Yeah,
we're-
the details.
some of them are gonna make it.
You gotta do your research, Roxy.
I
There-
refuse.
There isn't a lot of shit happening on planes. We got like 3 or 4 incidents. We got 9/11
There's so many more things. that happen.
and
Snakes. Snakes. That was
We
one.
don't have that much shit. It's not a lot of shit that's happening up there.
Not a fan.
It's actually
You know what? And that's what you call it. 9 to 11-month-old. You write that one down.
9 to 11 months old. Yeah. You
I
got
don't want any of this to
You have a
happen.
9 to 11-month-old. Fly 9/11 Airlines.
it's actually a better chance of something happening to your child carpooling
That's
than
true.
at a
Exactly.
flight.
That's
Exactly.
true.
Statistically.
But I don't
Yeah.
let her carpool either. So I don't
Well,
like people around
Are
my
you a
child.
safe mom? Would you say you're a good mom?
Yeah. I don't like people around my child.
Yeah,
That makes sense. I mean,
helicopter mom.
Huh?
Do you hover?
Nah.
Nah.
I'm like a leave me alone, I'll leave you alone, but I'm also gonna watch you to make sure like shit doesn't happen to you, but also like leave me the fuck alone.
Oh, so like her flying her own plane with a camera that's on her.
Maybe. But now, like 11, 12, not like a baby.
Right.
Hell yeah, as a
Like,
baby.
you know-
That's the toughest time. You ain't get no sleep. I would catch a flight as a new parent just to get sleep.
Okay, I can.
A
understand.
long
That's
flight.
okay.
When you're not sleeping in that beginning stage, you're like, fuck it, let's go to Paris.
when-
I gotta rest
Well,
up.
Go to Paris.
Now here's the thing,
Fuck
though.
this kid.
We
Let's go to
gotta
Paris.
if we're gonna make overseas flights places where adults can sleep, then we gotta also have their own flights for Asian people who fly with their goddamn shoes off
Oh,
and sleep in the
God.
Oh, these
aisle.
are adult issues. to
It's
deal
no, but they're on the same plane that we just got the babies out of. That just
I
means
didn't
there's
know this
with.
is
We
what we were
cannot
doing.
have separate but equal airlines, Slade.
Separate.
I don't like it at all.
Wait, which part? The okay, it's all right, white people's feet. Wait, is it feet? Is that what's
Well,
got-
all of it,
that
period.
what
But
got
white
it?
people have worse feet.
Thank
than-
you for
It's a-
flying Jim Crow Airlines.
the
Just
no,
remember,
no,
the
so
sections are reserved.
it's everybody on an overseas flight devolves into.
Uh.
If you want to know what post-apocalyptic America would be like, get on an overseas flight and look at the state of affairs about 5 hours into that flight.
Yeah.
Everyone is devolved. There are cook fires
Cook
That-
fires.
in the actual aisle.
Cook fires.
Yes,
Okay.
it's an absolute de-evolution of
That-
humanity.
Overseas
Shoes
flight.
come off.
Yeah.
People just flopped in the aisles. Drool hanging. They're sleeping on strangers.
What is
I don't.
this?
An international flight.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah,
make this
'cause
sound
it's-
like a hostel in the
It is.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's,
Yes,
Jesus
it is a
Christ.
hostile
I'll
environment.
Stay here.
It's not that bad.
When was the last time you flew? You've been on one plane in your whole
I'm
life. You
about
went to
to-
LA.
Really?
I'm about to be on my second plane. Actually, I've been on 2 planes. I've been on the arrival
And
departure.
you're already bitching about kids.
And I'm about to get
Yeah,
on my
wait a minute.
second-
Fuck you. You
No,
don't
no,
know.
no, no, no. No, no, no.
Now I'm
Listen,
mad.
Next Monday you go. I wish these bitches would stop leaning their seats back.
this is all me. Just you know me. I don't know I've never seen the references. Like I'll reference Schindler's
Oh,
List, but I've
that
never
makes
seen
sense.
the movie.
Okay,
I
that
know what
sounds-
happened. There's a list and a
Sounds
red
like
coat,
you. Okay.
some Holocaustal shit. I don't
Yeah,
know what.
that's basically Schindler's List. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly
So
what
I've
it is.
heard people be
Yeah.
upset about babies being on planes. I'm like, why the fuck they don't just have a plane just for babies? I'm
This
just
is
trying
a brilliant
to problem
idea,
solve.
Trey. I am with you.
I'm just outside observing.
And
Yeah.
I'm against it simply
And this
because
is
of
what-
how quickly Rob got on your side.
And if you put a $2 charge on every ticket,
Suspect.
every ticket sold in America, a $2
Guaranteed.
charge that would fund a baby plane.
And fuel that motherfucker.
People
And
would
fuel
pay
it.
and they would say happily, take my $2 charge
Exactly.
To fund the baby plane.
to
Exactly.
fund 9/11 plane.
Like the 9/11 plane is
9/11
9 to
plane.
11 months.
I do not endorse this. I don't endorse
That
this.
I will
fucking
fly
awesome.
9/11
I don't
airlines.
endorse this. I need everybody to know I'm not part
Yeah,
of this.
you say that till the baby plane airline launches, and you're like, "Where's my
Hell yeah.
motherfucking cut?" I was
Yeah, I definitely want the money.
I was
just
on that
don't want-
episode.
I just like 2%.
You can
I'll take
even
2%.
have like older kids like volunteer. It's like, hey, bro, if you help out with the
Oh.
babies on the plane,
Did you just?
your flight is free.
Did
So
you just?
child labor.
No, trustees.
This ain't
You
child
turning
labor.
this,
I didn't say that. It's a free flight.
This is getting better.
Child labor is not the
So-
same.
Better.
and it's international airspace. You don't have to pay them shit. That's I mean,
Yeah,
I know
but
the
I'm
law.
not saying
You save
child
on
labor.
food. You save on luggage.
It's a
You
lot
save on
Oh,
fucking
Rob
a
has
shit ton of stuff.
It's a brilliant idea.
Rob
This is a
has
brilliant
endorsed
idea.
this, and it bothers me.
I hate it.
I
It's
do
a great
too.
idea. This is a great idea.
We're gonna take
9/11 Airlines.
I
We're
don't-
gonna take a
9
quick
to
break.
11 airlines.
9 to 11
9 to
Airlines.
11
Or just
airlines.
call it Virgin Airlines.
Right.
Oh no. I do not endorse this. I need them to know I don't endorse this. I don't endorse it.
Virgin Airlines.
We're coming
We're
right
gonna take
back.
a break?
Roxy, you were on social media. Is everything at Roxy Hayes?
Mm-hmm.
1 X or 2?
2.
2. Let's send these people after you. No.
Go there.
Roxy Hayes is joining us. Your social media is amazing. I want to talk about some of
you.
that, but we're also going to figure out you and Trey's relationship, and I like that there is one. More us when we come back on the Whiskey Brothers podcast. God, y'all make me laugh.
Oh no.
Oh,
All
man.
right.
That's terrible.
Yes, it is.
Open this brownie now.
Yeah, open that motherfucking brownie.
It's really good.
I think
It's
that's a good
vegan.
idea.
It's vegan. but
Bud
it's
Light
good.
babies.
Bud Light babies.
Oh, it's
Funny.
coming.
Where is this
Okay, right here.
That's cool.
Not yet. I'm gonna save mine. I have something to do.
Oh, I
after this.
gotta say, yeah, you
leave that
shit,
motherfucker
that
sitting
shit
right there.
hit you hard.
It's so good. It's not super duper strong. It's
You-
really good.
How many? What are we talking? The milligrams.
I just
guess
made
I'm
it
asking.
like I made
You
it.
made it.
Mhm.
Okay, okay.
I mean, no, I didn't.
Yeah, I have no
I
idea what you're
bought
talking
these.
about.
I forgot.
Here we go.
I'm sorry.
Somebody made them.
Yeah, found them.
When I yeah, I
They were,
found
they were the
They
gas,
were on the
gas,
street,
gas
yeah.
station brownies.
Oh, I was that.
I might get.
I didn't
not
want to be
yet.
wasteful.
Not yet.
I'm gonna dig into that, and
Okay.
then we'll talk to you.
Ah!
Fuck wrong with that?
Oh, did you get it? Oh,
It's fucking hilarious.
Oh, it's here.
Red key.
Oh, that's so good.
It's here.
Yes. Oh, I was so worried they were gonna make me. They always do that shit where they're like, "It's too expensive. We couldn't drop it off. You can come pick it up in Stafford."
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
I hate Stafford. I used to live by this.
Oh, it's so far. That's where the UPS. God, that's.
Oh
good.
yeah.
That's where
I used
the,
to work up there.
Yeah.
Did you?
Ugh.
Yeah, I've had to drive out there for my last 2 phones. In fact, those were the last 2 times I had. That's why I'm surprised this actually came. Ah, yes. Happy.
Oh man.
I was already high before I got in here. So I was
All right. You'll be high when you leave.
oh yeah, I'll just be
All
good.
right.
Fan. Yeah. You
Here we go.
I'm so happy right now.
Welcome back to the Whiskey Brothers podcast. Do me a favor, drunk dial us, will you? 323-510.
Shot.
Haha. 323-510-7468. The drunk dial phone number. Very easy to get a hold of us. You can also find us on all of our social at Praise Whiskey. We're on there individually as well. And our guest, Roxy Hayes, can be found at Roxy Hayes. 2 X's. There you go, Rob.
Oh, my God.
I know. I poured stuff all
Yeah.
over the table.
Way to go, man.
I know.
Oh,
Y'all
I'm
just
not a
be
sommelier.
drinking
Oh, yeah. Cheers.
that? Oh my
to,
god.
yeah.
to you guys. Trey, you and Roxy know one another. I mean, we all know you, Roxy. But
Hi.
when I float guests out,
No is a strong word.
we always I always float names out and I go, hey, I'm just here's who I'm
Yeah.
thinking of for the next couple of months. What?
This fucking guy. Everybody throws names out. You just say, no.
Okay, but
No.
also
No.
sometimes I float.
Fuck,
Yeah,
am I
sometimes
right? Come on.
sometimes I veto everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
Sometimes.
But
everybody.
sometimes I float a few names out
Sometimes he does float names.
and
As of recently.
I floated.
As of 4 days ago. He
You know,
floated names.
Often I'm putting names out there, and you guys are shutting me down.
I didn't say I never
Yeah.
said
This
I
fucking
never
guy.
said you
4
were shutting
days
them
ago,
down.
he
Fucking guy.
I never said you shut anything down. I said I
We ended
floated.
up saying yes because he finally floated some names. It was like, all these names are great.
That's what we said 6 months
Shit,
ago.
since you suggested them.
Oh,
It's
fuck off.
fantastic.
All right.
But anyway, you were floating
fair.
names. Back to these names being afloat.
All right, your name came up. I think Rob brought it
And
up.
it was at the top of the list.
Trey, yeah, Rob brought it up, and 4 other people were like, "Yes,"
Oh,
and then
yay.
I rang in, and then Trey,
What'd you say?
no, Trey goes yes, and then I think you two were both sort of telling me at the same. You're just kind of Trey, Roxy, and I was like, y'all good, right? And everybody was like, we're good, and that's all I know. So
Man. I'll let you tell.
yeah,
Okay.
whatever.
International Women's Day.
So
I'm
I'm
Trey,
not.
I'm gonna turn you down for National Women's Day.
I'm really not great at telling stories. I'll just say that now. I put too much exposition, so
Okay.
The story has to start at this point to understand how it got to this point. So I was at the Improv one day, and I was with Chinadu, my homie Chinadu Ogu, and we were standing there, and Josh Stokes was there, and me and Chinadu were talking, and we heard somebody fart. We heard a fart. And we were not sure who did the fart. And I was very high at this moment.
How many people were in the actual?
It was
vicinity?
just Josh. We were like standing on
I
the
think
little
y'all
ramp.
know.
Yes. So, but I don't want to accuse him exactly on the airways. We are not sure to this day who did the fart. This was like 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just looked at him, and I've never met him before or said anything. I was like, yo, bro, did you fart? And
How did this friendship go sideways?
Okay, so Josh, and Josh got real mad. You know, Josh be talking with his hands. He's like, you don't even know me. And you gonna ask me if I farted?
Yeah.
So that's, I was like, hey, you didn't say no. So I'm gonna assume you farted. So later, we go to, what the fuck was that place?
Boondocks.
We was at Boondocks.
Yeah.
And so I'm just standing
It's
there.
another open mic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then Josh comes up and he's like, you just telling everybody I farted? You gonna tell everybody I farted? And so that's how it kind of, the conversation.
But were you at Boondocks like really running that story, or
No,
was
I was just standing there.
No,
and
we
he was
just
just
hanging.
still mad
And this
that I
motherfucker
had
drove
said.
over there with it on his mind.
Yeah, he was just so
Soon as he seen it,
mad.
look at this fart.
Look at
Tell
this
the motherfucker over here.
She over here gonna tell everybody I farted.
I
And
know what
ain't
I
even
did,
fart.
but why everybody else
Why
gotta
everybody
know
gotta
what
know
I
I
did?
farted? And so I was like, hey, man, you don't have to talk. So I don't remember. So that's how Trey walked over because they're friends. And I remember what you said, but I don't remember now. He had said something real. You know, he be saying, Trey's a troll. At
Yes.
this point, I have understand.
Boats
You're-
ain't real.
Motherfucker, you're a troll. And he is a troll pertaining to race.
Oh yes.
Like he always talking shit about black women. I know that about you now. However, shut the fuck up. So anybody who knows me knows that I am extremely, extremely pro-black. So
I
meeting.
didn't know this.
Well, now you know, motherfucker. So meeting an anti-black troll.
I was
You know what
not.
I'm saying?
Let me go back.
Anyway, so I'm still talking. So I don't remember what exact. Oh no, I remember now. Let me tell you. Tell me this is not the stupidest shit to say
I
to a
hope you don't
motherfucker.
say this wrong.
No, he was
I
like,
hope you don't say this
"Oh,
wrong.
I know who you are." Because mind you, like I'm just meeting all these people. I
Right.
don't really go to mics at this point. I'm
Right.
kind of
Sure.
I'm popping in these streets.
Right, right.
So anyway, so
Newish.
he's like, "Oh, I know who you are. I was gonna follow you, but you were too dark."
Wrong.
No, what you say then,
That's
Mo?
not what
What'd
I
you
said.
say?
I said.
Say it.
I was like, I was like, I
Don't
just
stutter.
met you, and I would add you, but you're dark skinned.
That's yeah.
Now, I
Oh,
thought
that's much better.
you
So-
were gonna laugh
He just
because
made
it
you're
funny.
both
He
fucking
just made it
dark
worse.
skinned.
He just made it worse.
Because I was not amused.
She said it way better.
I did say it better. Yours is worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't mean it, nigga. Like I'm just saying, like the fuck.
I just met you.
And we're both dark skinned. Why the fuck
I
would
wasn't gonna
I
be
add
like,
you?
he's being sarcastic.
I was gonna
understand.
say, does your mirror
His
have a light?
humor
'Cause-
No, I didn't.
outside of this open mic.
I didn't add you
I
because
get-
I didn't know you, and I felt it was more
He said
offensive
the
to say I
dark
didn't
skin.
know you.
He said
didn't
the
say it
dark
was
skin.
because you
Yeah,
was
yeah.
Well,
dark
I
skinned.
didn't give a fuck if you didn't know me. I'm not like a famous bitch.
See,
in these
it felt
streets.
like that.
Well, that's just because I have
You
big
accusing
titties
niggas
and
of
everybody was
farting on
on
the
my
fly.
dick. He did fart. He can say he didn't. Josh, you farted.
I believe
Like,
he farted, too.
He farted. Josh farted. I don't care what he says. He farted. So
It's the Zapruder film of
I
farts.
was like, and this is
You could
It
you
was-
could distinctly see his butt
Yeah.
cheek move back and to
it
the
was-
left.
It
Yeah.
was
Back
it
and to
was-
the left. We are through the.
Then he did it in front of all these white people.
But that's not
and
what
they
upset
were
you.
And then shut up. And then they was uncomfortable. And I was like, yo, like I wasn't even like, cause I'm not a person that just generally gets offended. But when it
Yeah.
comes to race and colorism, I was like, this motherfucker really shut the fuck up. I was like, he really gonna pull out this colorism
No.
shit. And this what made it bad. So a particular Caucasian comic who I will not name right now, cause he out here doing sexual assault and shit, and I don't want to give him no airplay. So he was like,
Fair.
he was like, so you really gonna say that to a person that like book shows and you don't know her, like you're gonna
Yeah.
offend. And so
He says
I'm
it
like,
to
the
him?
white man is making logic to the, and I was upset that a white person had to tell you why it was wrong.
You was
to
upset
say
with the
that.
colorism shit? I thought it was something else.
What you, oh, that you didn't know me? That I was a
No, that was the first thing.
Now
Oh,
here's what
and
here's what I want to see. I want to see. Let's reach into Trey's head and see what Plinko
The
chip comes
logic.
out, because there is logic behind this.
Is it,
But it's
though?
gonna be some weird.
It's gonna be stupid.
No, I just thought that you were gonna be like really or whatever, like really, like whatever. And I'm just fucking
You
around.
thought I was.
I
a
thought it was
coon.
gonna be that, but you didn't
Mhm.
say anything, and I was like, I probably fucked up. She got quiet. I was like, all right, I don't know how I'm gonna dig out of this. Okay.
But then you kept saying other shit after
okay,
that.
so I'll tell you the other thing I said that I thought really set it off. So I was like, I don't go to movies
Yes!
where there's a lot of black people on the cover
was-
because
yeah.
I already know what's gonna be inside. I already know what's gonna happen. Right? So it was like, so you don't see
I
any,
just met him.
and it was like, you don't see any Tyler Perry movies? I'm like, no.
Oh, and I don't like
I
Tyler
was
Perry
like,
movies, so that
that-
wasn't the part that made
And
me
I was
mad.
like, that when I look at that cover, that looks like somebody bought they niggas in bulk. And then everybody laughed, and then you was ignoring it. And then somebody repeated it, and you was like, why would you say that?
I was just like,
And I was like, well,
he just,
this is a bad start.
he really just. this
Yeah,
is,
you
I'm
was
like,
like-
this is how
Yeah.
this person is, and so like,
and this nigga hated me for 3 years.
oh, so
Yeah.
okay, so here's the thing about me. I'm not gonna say I'm a nice person because I don't feel like I'm a nice person. I am a very blunt, honest person
Right.
with a I guess a pleasant disposition. I'm not necessarily a nice person.
Okay.
So when I don't like a motherfucker, I'm not gonna be like a bitch to you. Like I'm not one of them assholes. It's like fuck Trey going around.
Nah,
Like I said, I'm just not gonna talk
Right.
to
Should
you.
just go to the next bar and tell people you farted.
Yeah, like that's so like I would see, okay, this could be perceived as bitchy behavior. And when I was doing it, I wasn't even thinking about it. I would legit just ignore him. So like he would be in a circle and I would be talking to everybody. And he would be like right there and I'd just be like, yeah, da 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 and then
not
walk
even
away.
look- not
No,
even
I would
looking.
not look. I would not make eye contact.
Right.
Which is
And-
hard as shit with him. It's like,
Mine
but
are
he's so
already
look-
crooked.
But I'm like 6 foot, so I just would look
Yeah.
regular eye level.
And just graze my afro. Like,
Yes, but like
You
you're
had
like
some in your hair.
Yeah, well, you were like best friends or friends with somebody that was dating like somebody I was cool with. So like he would always be around. I just wouldn't say shit.
Right.
yeah, she was.
But it was one
Yeah.
time that I did feel like it was wrong because you were sorry.
Go ahead, what
You were in the sound booth at the Improv and there was only 2 people in there and I went in there. I was like, hey. And I just walked
She
out.
left.
And I just walked out. Yeah, and I was like, okay, that was kind of mean, but I didn't give a fuck.
That's not a good person.
I didn't care. I was like,
No, it was like,
fuck
So
him.
you
I was
said hi
like-
to the other person.
Yeah, I said, and I was so nice too, and I was just like, oh,
Yeah.
nah, okay.
Yeah.
And so then Tressa,
What's up?
I guess you had said something to Tressa.
Well, everybody was like, how come, they would ask about each other.
Yeah.
Is this still like weird friction? And I was
Sorry.
like, what is that about? And I was like, it's a misunderstanding. That's all I would ever say. And they was like, why y'all don't? Because you had stuff you were doing. And it was like, you could really, help with input.
Nope.
And I was like, she does not deal with me in that way. And when black women don't fuck with you, that's
Oh,
the
yeah,
boat
you're
you're
dead.
in. Like, you can't,
You
there's
just
no way
know.
to paddle out of that motherfucker.
Of course,
like,
when he said, it's like, when black women, they will fight, especially her. She's very black.
Yeah.
And she will not fucking talk to me.
Yeah.
I didn't mean any of that. But I didn't mean any of that. I don't. I'm new to colorism and all that shit. I'm new to.
What?
I'm new to that being a bad thing.
So
I
you
don't-
just
I
not hang around black people? Is that
I grew up around poor white people.
okay?
So,
So
I
you're
got to explain this
slightly-
to
okay,
you. So
okay.
it was like,
yeah, you did.
and
That
I
was
was
high,
like,
though.
I grew
So-
around in this.
And
blah,
then
blah.
after I learned that, I was like, okay, he's just ignorant. Like that's
Yes.
like not like.
But now
I know. He literally doesn't
Yeah,
know.
he literally doesn't know.
But
how,
when you say it, I pictured the way
Yeah.
I know Trey, where I'm
Yeah,
like,
ignorant,
ignorant
ignorant,
motherfucker.
She actually
ignorant
said
fuck.
she's just
Ignorant.
one of.
I
Yeah,
didn't
she actually
know.
said this. He's one of these ignorant black people
Yeah,
who
like,
don't understand.
Rob, when you say okay,
See,
but
when
yeah,
that
yeah,
sounds
okay.
bad.
It sounds bad, but
Yeah.
but like I said, okay, so
I mean, he's a very,
He's just-
very black person
Yeah,
who's
but he's
also ignorant.
ignorant.
So
He's just real ignorant, and like,
he's ignorant.
and if you understood my background, because like my father was an African American studies
Exactly.
professor, and I grew
Sure.
up this,
Right.
and so it's like
Oh yeah.
I'm not used to dealing with people that just hang around. I don't really like white people that much. Like,
Oh,
y'all
we're
cool,
awful.
but
We're
yeah,
generally
y'all
fucking
look like
trash.
historically you trash.
Absolutely. We're,
But
yes. I know.
so
And when you told
But
me
I
this,
get
I was
it.
like, oh, she's the type of black people I was always afraid of.
yes, but hi.
we got one of those. We got one of those Astros asterisks by all of our wins.
Yeah,
It's-
But I caught all of that shit late.
yes. So
I was around too many white people to start hating them. I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? I
They're
really
not
don't
that
feel the
bad.
same
You
anymore.
shoulda.
Yeah, I caught your shit late. But then I was like, well, I'm here now.
So Tressa is like my homie. I hang out
Right.
with Tressa a
So
lot.
for context, Tressa is another. She's
Yes.
another. She's producing a lot of shows, but another
Mhm.
young black female comedian
Yes.
in the scene.
So she was like, "Hey, stop being mean to Trey," and I was like, "No." And she was like, "I think it's hurting his
No.
feelings." He said something to me about it, and like, I know you're not being mean, but you're ignoring him, which can be perceived as being mean. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you know, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. And so I was like, okay, I will make amends because as my friend, this is something that you're saying I should do, and I'm going to do it. So I had wrote out something. I was like, I'm going to just message him on Facebook. And I was like, I'm about to message him. And she was like, no, send it to me first because you don't know how to talk. And so what I had said was like, hey, I'm reaching out. Like, I understand that your coony behavior that you're out here doing is not necessarily something that you are doing on purpose, and I'm going to stop. And she was like, rewrite that shit. That's how you fucking talk to people. And I was like, I'm being honest. So I don't remember exactly how I rewrote it, but like she made me change it like four times.
I mean,
Yeah.
She made me change it 4
that
times.
was the gist.
That's what I took away from it.
No, but it was like you was like the third person to tell me that. There was a few other black comics like, hey, bro, I don't know, but you out here on some coon
You be
shit
cooning.
at a very low level.
Mhm.
Like, you don't even have millions. I was like, all right.
Cooning early.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't know. I'm just like,
But
being,
like you said, you're ignorant of it and the behaviors, and that's not
Yes.
something. So you're not necessarily.
And then when I was able to look at it, I was like, oh man, I've been so wrong for so long. and then when I was talking to Tressa, I was like, I'd reach out to her, but I feel like it'll be an empty gesture. I was
Yeah.
like, if she reaches out, I'm cool to. I don't have any beef. I don't know Roxy enough to be mad at her. You know what I mean?
Well,
she didn't slash my tires or.
I would.
I will.
Thought about it.
I will say this. I am glad you two pieced it back together. Your chemistry makes me happy.
Only because it's you telling me to shut the fuck up, and I can't just go on tangents.
because
yeah, I love
because 300 other people listening just went, oh, thank God somebody said it.
Said shut the fuck up or the coony behavior.
Yeah, well,
all of
it.
it.
And they'll
Yeah.
all be booking flights on that damn airline. Guarantee you.
When 9 to 11-month-old
I'm
airlines.
glad you brought the name up, Slade. I really am. That you reached out.
that I floated it out
Yeah,
there.
to the comedy community as a whole.
Like I was telling Slade, I was like, because he was like, yeah, you and Trey good. I was like, yeah, we're cool. Like even when people would like ask me like, hey, is Trey funny? Like, would you put him on? I'm like, yeah, I've seen him.
Yeah,
He's funny. Like, you know, put them on. I would never be like on no hating shit because I'm never going to just purposely take money out of somebody. Even if I hate your ass, if you're funny and I feel like you would be an asset to a show, I would still recommend
I'm petty as shit. I
heard. I have heard.
We got to get out of here. Follow Roxy Hayes.
Oh, it's done?
ROXXY. You're sticking around for Friday's episode, though.
Yay.
So you'll hear more of her and definitely more with Trey. We're easy to find. Drunk Dallas again, 323-510-7468. Yeah, that's shot. You guys, thank you for following along via video. We have great things coming
like a cat.
to the Patreon account, and I'll update you on all of that later. Episode 800 happens April 1st at Darwin's Pub. Find us there. More information on our Facebook page. We'll see you guys soon.
Yay. That was fun.
That one's in the can.
Is there another one?
Yes, we'll record.
Oh my
we'll record
God.
Friday.
Y'all be drinking this?
Oh, I just like water.
For like, oh my God.
Like water.
Is there like an almond milk I can put this in?
You can save it for next show.
My heart.
God, that was strong. You smoking a cigarette, bro?
Hi. Eat it now. Stop being a pussy.
I'm eating the shit out of those.
And see, now